and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 4 perfect party hairstyles that I think are wonderful for this time of the year, whether you are looking for something easy and glamorous to wear on Christmas Day or something up to for maybe New Year's Eve. So if you do like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up because that would mean the world to me, and if you would like to see more from me, please subscribe to my channel. And I really hope you like the video. Let's get started.
Okay, so to start off, I am going to be curling my hair. So to do this, I'm just going to separate the top section and tie it up. And then I'm going to comb the bottom 2 sections so it's easier for my straighteners to go through, and I'm going to start curling. Today I'm using my GHDs to curl my hair, and I have got a tutorial of how I do this on my channel, so I will link that down below if you want to go and see in more detail how I do this. But basically all I'm doing is taking inch wide sections of hair, putting them into my straighteners, flipping the hair to the back, and then turning my straighteners around so the tail end of the hair faces the front, and that creates the curl. Once I have done that, I then take the curl in my finger and just twist it round so it sets in place, and then I pop it over my shoulder so all the curled hair is in one place and all hair to be curled is in another place, and it keeps things nice and simple. I'm going to go through and follow this process exactly the same way for the rest of my hair until it is all curled. So once all my hair is curled and then cooled, I'm going to run through the curls with my fingers just to dress them out a little bit, make them much more relaxed and less perfect, before setting them in place with my L-Net hairspray. And I'm going to pick up the hair and sort of spray the hairspray up and through each of the curls. I find it gives a much more natural textured finish on the hair, which I prefer. To finish off, I'm going to add some volume back into my hair by using some dry shampoo. I'm going to be using my Batiste dry shampoo and spraying this into my roots from a bit of a distance so I don't get any of that white residue in the roots of my hair, which nobody wants. And then I'm going to work the product into my roots with my fingers to make sure that I have loads of volume right at the root. Finish this first look off, I'm going to take my comb and just smooth through any parts of the hair that need it before running through the curls with my fingers just to smooth them down. And I find this gives a really beautiful, elegant, classic finish to this first look, which is a beautiful curled hairstyle. So look number 2 is so easy. It is just going to be adding a headband to this beautiful curled look. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to comb all of my hair back so I don't have a parting, and I'm going to take this beautiful pearl headband that I got from ASOS. I will link it in the description box down below. Put it into my hair and then push it forward so it creates volume at the front of my head, and then I'm going to smooth through the curls with my hands, and there you go. That is the second look, which I think is perfect for Christmas Day. So for the third hair look, I'm going to take the hairband out and I'm going to use my comb and put my parting back into place, because the second look is a lovely half up, half down look with 2 twists on the side of the hair. It's so easy to do and it looks so polished once you're finished. So I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to grab a small piece of hair and then I'm going to start twisting to the back of my head, and then once I've got that twist in place, I'm then going to start adding hair from underneath the twist and twisting it in. So I'm going to go through and keep adding small sections of hair as I twist to the back of my head. And once I have twisted it and I'm finished with that, once I've finished with the twist, I'm then going to secure it in place at the back of my head with a couple of bobby pins. I'm then going to go and do exactly the same thing on the other side of my hair. I am then going to bobby pin in the twists to the back of my head just to make sure they stay flush to my head and they're not going to go anywhere and they're nice and secure before spraying some hairspray on the twists. And this is the third hairstyle. I think it is so pretty and so easy to wear. It's really quick to do when you are in a hurry, and I think it is perfect for any holiday occasion. Hairstyle number 4 is a gorgeous braided updo, which I think is perfect for an occasion where you want to look a little bit more polished and put together, maybe on New Year's Eve when you want to wear your hair up. So I'm going to be starting by combing back the back section of my hair and leaving the front section of my parting before taking a front section, and this is where I'm going to start my Dutch braid. So a Dutch braid is where you go underneath the middle section of the hair instead of over it as you would do in a French braid. It's easy once you get the hang of it, it's just a little bit different if you're used to French braiding like myself. So I'm going to start Dutch braiding, so I'm going to go under the middle section with each of the side sections. Once I've established the braid, I'm then going to start adding in sections from the front of my hair as I'm doing there. And throughout the entire braid, I'm only going to add hair from one side. So as you see, I'm only adding hair from the front section of my hair and not to the back section of the braid. So I'm going to go through and braid this entire section of hair down to the bottom before securing it with a hairband. Before I tie the end of the braid, I'm going to go through with my fingers and just tease out the braid a little bit. So I'm just pulling individual sections of the braid really gently just to fan it out and make it look even bigger. I find this gives a much more natural effect, which is a bit more elegant and natural, which I much prefer. I think it also gives your hair a lot more volume and it looks a little bit more textured and not as perfect. I'm then going to secure the end of the braid with a hairband before I go on and do exactly the same thing on the other side of the head. So I'm just Dutch braiding this side of the hair all the way down before securing it. So once the 2 Dutch braids are done, I'm then going to secure them in place at the back of my head to create my braided up. So I'm going to take the first braid and fold it towards the back of my head, and then I'm going to pin it so I make sure that the end of the braid is tucked away and you can't see any loose bits of hair. So I'm going to use bobby pins to pin it in place. Make sure it's nice and secure before taking the other braid and pinning it over the first braid to create the finished updo. Now because the second braid is a bigger piece of hair, I'm going to take bigger pins and use them to pin the second braid up, and I'm also taking care to make sure the hairband isn't visible. And that little piece of hair that I forgot to braid, that's no problem at all. I'm just going to pin it underneath the braid to make sure it's nice and neat at the back of the head before going through and making sure all of the braids secure, everything isn't going to move, and just pinning in place where I need to. So once I'm happy that nothing is going to move throughout the evening and everything is pinned in place, I will just pull out the hairs around my face to soften the look. I'm going to finish with a spritz of hairspray, and this is the finished braided updo. I think it's so elegant and perfect for an evening out. I really hope you guys liked these hairstyles. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next week with another video. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas time, whatever you're doing, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys!